So the best bet is to pee with your back to the wind, I think.
Unless it does one of them swirly winds where it suddenly comes back round.
Well, this is a danger when it's gusting and it is swirling round, because it can come back and get you, can't it?
It can.
Yeah, we can go. So welcome to today's video. We're out in the Yorkshire Dales today.
We are currently stood in an old smelting mill.
Yeah, old gang smelting mill. We have been here before when it was warmer. Well, actually that was one of our coldest camps, but it was warmish in the day. Bloody windy today. It's like really gusty. We've had to come in here just to film an intro.
Yeah.
It's bad. -2 tonight with a wind chill of something like -6 or 7. So going to be bitterly cold and windy.
It's bitterly cold and windy now, it is. But
it's blue sky, so look, blue sky. So can't complain, it's not raining, so you know.
Yep.
Where some of this video may be narrated, it may not. It depends how we get on with that wind. But
depends if we can find places to keep hiding to film.
But we'll do our best and hope you enjoy the video. Right, so the sun's rapidly disappearing. That was that seating area was fully in the sun
for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, when we got here. We've only been here about 10 minutes.
It literally just moved, didn't it?
So what we're going to do, we're going to head up on top of the moors a bit more and see if we can find somewhere nice, but we've got a plan B. So we're still in the old gang smelting mill, so we found a little corner tucked away just sort of in this bit here. So the plan is, if we can't, you know, if it's too horrendous up the top, because it's going to be windy, and it's us personally, we don't find it much fun staying in a tent when it's like blowing you know, when the tent's flapping like a bugger all night. It just keeps you up, and it's
harder to cook and everything.
Yeah, we're going to have a look anyway up at the top at the old peat stuff.
Where the sun is.
Yeah, go up where the sun is. But if it's a no-go, I think we'll come back down here. I mean, it's nice down here. We've got water. There's a river or stream just down there. Not that manky bit there, further down. And
muddy bit.
Yeah, lots of ruins to play around and photograph tonight. So yeah, bags on, get up the top and assess the situation. I think. I do think that wind's going to be horrendous up the top though. Yeah,
it might get the sun, but yeah, that wind is really cold.
It's a bit, I don't know what the temperature is now. It was about 5 degrees when we got out of the car.
I got a thermometer in my bag.
Oh, yeah, posh thermometer. This way.
Oh.
So you probably can't see this, but there's actually snow up there on the hill. I keep seeing bits dotted about. So I think the Yorkshire Dales has had a bit of snow in the last week and it's still melting. Just shows how cold it is when it's still hanging about. It's bitter. It's good to be back in that sun. Warm the old cockles up. Yeah. So we're going to have a look at the old peat store, which is up the top there. It's a bit exposed up here, isn't it?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we'll walk up to the end because the wind is coming this way, and we'll see what it's like. I mean, the ground's not great, but I think there is a bit of shelter.
There isn't if you stand right against the wall.
We'll spend the night like that. It's relentless, isn't it?
I know.
They powered the furnaces for the mines with the peat, so it was up on the side of the hill, lots of airflow, dry it out, and then apparently it burns really well. Never burnt peat myself. We've got a friend called Pete, haven't we?
We have. He has burned peat.
Maybe we could set.
Sorry, Peter.
Maybe we could set fire to peat. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous countryside. It's lovely, but yes, just very windy. Oh, found some snow. It's always nice when you find a bit of snow. Let's have a micro snowball fight.
No, I'm not getting my gloves wet.
I'll go first. Snow. Whee.
Thanks. There you go, ruined it now.
Yeah, so I don't know really about this. What's your thoughts?
It's prettier up here, isn't it, than like the other.
Yeah, you've got a better view. I would say we've probably got about half an hour of sunlight left now we've come up here. If you can see the sun, I can't even see, I'm just blinding myself. The sun's about there-ish, and it's got to there. So what's that? 50 degrees an inch.
So if you've never seen where the sun is,
I don't know what I'm talking.
Over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we'll do is something.
So I think leave the bags at the far wall, take any empty water bottles. You've nearly drank your alcohol, fill that up, and then we'll have water up here.
Yeah, why not? Tell you what though, we should have brought some hammocks. We could have hammocked between the two pillars.
No, I'm not sleeping in a hammock.
Oh, okay then.
So we're still assessing the situation. We're walking down to the very far end of it now to see if that's a bit less windy. It's quite pretty up here, so I kind of want to stay up here rather than going into the other building, but it's not.
The sun's
a bit,
up here.
yeah, for now. Yeah, but it's quite bumpy on the floor, so he's trying to find somewhere to put the tent.
So we've 100% decided we're staying at these peach stores tonight, unless we get shifted on, of course. So going to have a few snacks to keep warm. Still windy, even with the shelter of this big badass wall that's probably about 20 foot high.
It's funny when you go around the side and you just step out and you're like,
yeah, I just step round the corner. Yeah, crazy out there. So not exactly still in here, as you can see from Zoe's locks. But
no.
time for tuck biscuits.
It's cold and I don't want to take my mittens off, and then I literally can't do anything with them on.
So what you got in there, Zoe?
Chili crackers, fruit.
Fruit?
Yeah, there is fruit. There's dates, there's cranberries in there, there's a blueberry biscuit in there, and some raspberry bits there.
Cool. I've got burgers tonight. Burgers in flatbread. No, not flatbreads. They're like there's Warburton pita breads. I always say they look like lady parts when you open them up.
Because you're so polite like that.
So what are we having now then?
Snack food. Oh, coffee.
Oh, you can't.
Literally, it's not happening, is it?
You probably need to
Oops.
take your gloves off, your mittens.
I will anyway.
So are they down mittens?
Down mittens, yes.
Are they? Because you suffer with cold hands. Are they really warm?
They are really warm.
What did you pay? What did you pay for them?
£12 on Amazon, but warn you now, they're giant. But they're good for keeping your hands warm.
I think it does help somewhat keeping your fingers together
these warm
in a mitten
gloves.
rather than when you separate them in a glove. It doesn't always help, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. These are.
But you just can't really do a lot with them on.
But the good thing is they're so big that when you put the hand warmers, you can just like draw up the hand warmer into your mitten and then put your hands in as well. Though it's heavy.
Them tuck biscuits were good. I just had a thought, right? We're going to have to be careful when we're going for a wee in this wind.
Yes.
Very careful, because if you stood the wrong way or you get a gust coming back, you're going to like be.
You have to assess which way the wind's going, and then.
And you won't want diarrhea, would you?
No.
It'd be like someone pebble dashing a wall or something. So the best bet is to pee with your back to the wind, I think.
Yeah, and then it'll blow away from you.
Because
unless it does one of them swirly winds where it suddenly comes back round.
well, this is a danger when it's gusting and it is swirling round, because it can come back and get you, can't it?
I can.
So you can maybe, I don't know what the solution is, in the comments. As you do.
Like my boxing gloves.
What's going on there?
My down jacket's longer than my coats, so it's sticking out. I've got my giant mittens on, so my hands are huge. And I look really fat. Look how fat I look, because I've got a down jacket on underneath.
Yeah. I look really fat as well. It's because I am. But I've got a soft shell jacket over my down jacket. It's just that wind's taking all the heat out of our down
yeah,
jackets.
Usually you just put your down jacket on and you're like quite warm, aren't you? But the wind, yeah, it's just icy today. So we're nice and happy and content hiding by the wall. You notice every scene we do is now by the wall. We love the wall because it's so windy around the other side.
The wall.
The wall.
Yeah.
We might title the video The Wall, or we might not. But yeah, we just realised we haven't got any water yet. So we've been stood here chatting and
I realised.
drinking. You realise that we haven't got any water, so let's go down and get some.
Yeah, I've got to walk back down to the bottom of the valley now, and we're going to leave the bags up here though.
Yeah, there's no one about, not a soul. So I don't know what's two fat people, but I feel like a big fat weevil. You know them toys that look like a big ball on a used to walk backwards and forwards.
I used to have them as a kid, the weevils, the Weeble farm, where they weevil all the way down to the bottom.
I feel like we're a pair of them in our fat down jackets and our just generally looking fat.
You got to keep warm, haven't you?
You have. I can't believe I'm like wearing everything. Right, so down we go.
Right, so we've got some water, just put it on a gravity feed. This is by far the easiest way, we think, to filter water. You just hang it up. You have to punch a couple of holes in your dirty bag, just suspend it, just leave it filtering. So if you're on camp, you're not in a wash, not in a wash,
Not in a wash if you want.
not in a rush. Just leave it for, like, literally be done in 10 minutes. And in winter, when you're trying to squeeze and roll those bags, it makes your knuckles sore and chapped, and
makes my fingers go dead.
it's horrible, isn't it? So
yeah. No, my mind's still at you in the wash.
Having a wash.
I'm imagining you in the bath now.
Christ, it's filthy, that girl is.
Let's have a look at the temperature.
Right, yes, temperature.
Well, 3.3 at the moment.
Right, yeah, they're 3.3. It feels like minus 3.3.
It does feel bitter.
Yeah, that wind is relentless. So, not sure what the wind chill would. I would say, being out in all the weather we've been out in, it feels like it's below freezing, doesn't it?
That's what I would have said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So give it 10 more minutes. I think we're going to put the tent up, and we've brought a freestanding tent, so it means we can sort of move it about and find a comfy spot, because there's lots of rocks and bumps and things about. So we'll just have a play around and play around with the tent. Filthy animal. And yes, see if we can get a comfy lay. No, not that sort of lay. So can anyone guess what tent we've got tonight? Bet someone can. Can you? Oh, you already know.
I already know.
Get up, you lazy git.
I'm doing the tent test.
Yeah, you got to do the lay test, don't you?
Do the lay test.
So we did put it up there first, and it was a bit too knobbly. So yeah, decided here is best.
That's perfect though.
Yeah, so gonna stick the poles in now. Have you guessed what it is yet?
So we've just put the tent up. Gareth's just doing the last skylines while I'm filming. You're doing some work.
Yeah, it's Cloud Peak 2. We have used this before, but we thought we'd give it an airing. Yeah, because it's windy, this has probably got one of our best tents for wind. Yeah, change your guy lines from those horrible orange ones.
Yeah.
Just to make it a bit more stealthier. Could do with colouring those orange bits in, but they don't shine up at night time like the standard guy lines do. But it is better with you probably can't even see that green guy line I'm holding, can you?
Probably not. No, you just look like you're doing charades or something.
But it's a non-reflective type, so it's 2mm. But yeah, Cloud Peak 2.
Yep, there you have it. It's a good little tent.
Now why have I got a big hole out?
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
I'll be
massive. You'll be in there when you go to the loo.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're in the Naturehike bags tonight. Nice and warm down bags there. And then we've got the X-Ped something.
Sinmat 7s.
That's the ones. These are lovely. Like so fat. Nice. Pump up they do. Got insulation. Brilliant. Really warm. You can fit them in the Cloud Peak because these are quite big mats. And they are in both of them. A little gap between us.
No, not much.
Gareth's not overly impressed because he thinks he's getting knee in his back. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
You look like a giant from this angle.
Yeah. Hang on, film my penis.
Yeah, so a bit cosy in there anyway. And it's stealthy in there, isn't it?
Stuffy in there?
Yeah,
what,
well,
inside?
I mean, it's a small tent, so it's stealthy in the environment. It's like quite a darkish colour when it's night time. You can't see it.
Right, so tonight we have chicken burgers. I've actually got some beef burgers as well, but I'm having a chicken burger first in one of those Warburtons.
I'm having...
You look like a burglar.
Yes, no doubt. I can open this one day because my hands are so cold. Always bring it back. Okay,
Is that curry?
No, it's lentils in a red currant and smoked paprika sauce with button mushroom, peas and smoked tofu. That's what it is.
It's a bit elaborate, isn't it?
Oh, mine's ready. Nice and hot. Yours ready yet?
It's getting there.
Getting there.
I just don't want to eat it frozen.
No. Would not be good for you.
There's mine, look. That's southern fried chicken, cheese slice, mayo and some sort of weird spicy sauce like think it's called like Mongolian ketchup or something odd.
We'll find out later and
Yeah.
flash the words on the screen.
Yeah. And to finish up proceedings, we've got 2 beef burgers, cheese slice and some burger sauce in there. So hopefully all this meat will keep me warm through the night. Right, the Baileys is out. I didn't buy a bottle with Army wrote on it. Zoe bought me that.
I didn't realise it had Army right on it actually.
Yeah, look, it says Army.
So it does.
Yeah, 500ml of Baileys. Zoe's on the hard stuff. Coffee.
Coffee is cold, can't be bothered with the alcohol to be honest, so
Yeah.
came out of the tent, went in there just to put the hand warmer on my feet and warm my feet back up before I put my extra socks on, and Gareth put my nice cup of coffee on for me. Kind.
Yeah, I like your semi-fingerless gloves there.
Yeah, they've broke as we've gone on the walk. I started off with just a tiny hole in that finger and now they're kind of need to sew them up when I get home.
Tramp.
Yeah.
Right, so we just packed the food away and stuff. Going to leave the stoves and water out overnight, and I think we're going to retreat to the tent, aren't we?
Yes, I'm going to sit in a nice down bag because it's warm.
Yeah, so
Yay.
we'll get my mats before it blows away. Right, ladies first. You're bringing your thermometer in?
I'm just going to leave it there and then just get it in the morning. Shall I bring it in?
I don't know, it's up to you.
1.9.
1.9?
It's going down.
Yeah, that wind keeps coming and going. Wish it would go complete.
Yeah, it's still at this second of when I first came back it was like really windy.
Yeah, alright, so get our bags in the porches and go get snuggled in bed, I think. Got my Bailey, so I'm taking that in there. Yo, homie.
Hi.
In the tent. It's windy. Very windy.
It is. Here's another use, look, for the hand warmers.
Yes, so these are the O Cooper HO1C something or other. They're like the ones we had before, but we've upgraded. These are water resistant and dust proof and all that lot. So they've got a flap. A flap? Ooh,
A flap. Yes.
ooh,
They have got a flap.
So the flap covers all the ports, but I'm just charging my camera off it at the minute because they do double as a power bank as well. Mine's in cool camo.
Mine's in black and grey because I didn't get to choose what colour I wanted.
Yeah, sorry about that. These are 10,000 milliamp hour battery capacity, so they are like a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, but also a hand warmer.
Yeah, if you want to know about the hand warmer, you just turn them on. When you get one light here,
Red light.
you've got, if you keep it on that's the lowest heat, then you get 15 hours of heat. If you put it up to the next one, then you've got 12 hours heat. And if you put it on the last one, which is the hottest, then you've got 8 hours heat.
To be honest, I put mine on low and it's
really hot.
Yeah, it is really hot. I don't put it on high, I might burn myself. I don't think it would, but
I could put mine on high because of having Reynards, and I could probably burn myself because it's very, very hot. So honestly, I keep mine on low as well and just use it for the full 15 hours. I can run them out, so it's quite nice having the higher capacity on this one.
Yeah, so like I said, O Cooper are sponsors of the Reynards Association. Zoe has Reynards.
I do. I've used this 3 times today already, twice on my hands, and then earlier on I came in the tent, took my shoes off, put it on my socks because my feet had gone.
So just to explain to people who don't know what Reynards is.
It's when your blood doesn't reach the ends of your fingertips and your toes. So it's, normal people have that reaction when it's cold, but ours does it severely and completely cuts them off. So your fingers go all white and your feet go all white, and it's extremely excruciatingly painful, very painful, until you can get some heat on them, and then it brings them back to normal again.
Now, you've said to me you've tried lots of things for your life, and these are
Yes.
so far the best thing you've used.
Best thing I've ever used. I mean, you try mittens and gloves and everything, but these are the only thing. The heat actually brings your fingers and toes back. Absolutely brilliant. Can't rate them enough, to be honest. I just think every Reynards person who suffers from it should get one of these. To be honest, just a lifesaver when you're out in the cold. Takes away the pain, being able to bring your fingers and toes back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't suffer too, but obviously I do get cold hands and stuff like that, but I always used to bring a power bank, so what I do is bring one of these now, which will charge cameras and phones and things up, but I also put it in my sleeping bag at night, and it's just nice. It's like having a little mini hot water bottle, but the heat is regulated, and you know, and it's a lot safer than say one of those charcoal things that are combusting sort of charcoal. That's it.
Yeah, it's a lot safer, isn't it? It's a nice little compact thing.
So obviously
Fit in your side pocket.
yeah, obviously the rechargeable. I mean, my battery's on full at the minute. You just double click it and it gives you your battery life, and like Zoe said, press and hold for your heat. It heats up both sides, top and bottom, so it's that size there. I've got, well, I think normal size hands, have I?
Yes, you've got normal size hands.
Zoe's got little hands, so things sometimes look bigger in her hands. But yeah, they're just worth looking at. I mean, they do. You might not need a water resistant one, but as we camp, you know, in adverse weather and we're out in the rain and snow and all sorts, it's just handy having something that is, you know, water resistant or waterproof. I don't recommend dunking it in a river, but you know, it's going to take no fault in the rain.
Yeah, I never ever come camping without these anymore now. That's it. It just gets carried with me the whole time now. And if I go for days out, when we're out filming and things, I still take it with me.
Yep. So if you are interested, we will stick a link down below as always. You might be a sufferer, you might not, but it's just something worth mentioning because Zoe is, and it's something that's helped her massively. So yeah, so that's O Cooper's hand warmers there, or even if you have to double use power bank and you've got a girlfriend or wife or even a husband that's, you know, suffers from the cold and wants something warm in the sleeping bag at night. We're all gonna die.
I'm glad we didn't go camping right on the top. It was this windy down here. Imagine what you've been like up there.
Right, boss. Zoe lays in bed there. I'm gonna go out and have a wee and check the pegs, guy lines, that sort of thing. So it's still blowing a gale. It's about 9 o'clock now, so I think we're gonna get some kip in a minute. Oh, it's horrible out here. Making sure all the pegs are in and everything. The thermometer's outside the door, 1.2 degrees. Oh, it feels bitter though, it really does. Right, guess this is our night scene. Good night. It's yeah, down jackets off for me anyway. So mine's my pillow underneath there because I'm fed up with inflatable pillows now going down. I don't know, it's just such a letdown. Haha, boom. Right, anyway. Night.
Night. Morning, so we're up. It's freezing. It got down to 0.6, I think was the lowest last night, but there's some frost about this morning, and it's a beautiful morning. It's
that
really
wind
pretty.
last night, I was genuinely straight up worried about like losing the tent. It was flapping that much. It was like it was like a bloody hurricane swept through.
It was, wasn't it? It was
woke
all
me-
night.
It woke me up numerous times, but then like about, I think it was about 3:30 in the morning, it just stopped and it went dead.
Yeah.
Just so weird, but it was so violent through the night. It was crazy. I was like, oh,
But it did
God.
start again after 3:30, didn't it? Sort of around about 4:30, it's kicked up again, and then it's gone quiet again now, which is
I don't
nice.
think I woke up through that bit.
So.
But yeah, it was. But the tent stood well.
Yeah,
so.
it's done all right. It's like nothing's broke on it. It's fine. It's still in one piece.
So,
And yeah, it's actually quite a good shape really for a wind. It's there's nothing to go wrong.
hats off to the Cloud Peak too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to have been out up the top of somewhere or in the open because it was really that violent. It's probably one of the worst sort of winds I've been in a tent, to be fair.
Yeah, it was relentless and very noisy, but still, we're alive.
Yeah. Gonna get a brew now.
Yep, definitely.
So I just got my bag out. There's ice, a bit that's sticking out the bottom of the tent. So it's covered in ice there. There's even ice on the inside of the tent door. Just flip that tent door open, and it's so that's on the inside. That is. So we've got some awesome clouds over there. It's coming around the bottom of the valley. Don't know if you can see that. And the sun's starting to, well, it's not quite peeking over yet, but it's highlighting the clouds over there. So that'll be nice when the sunshine hits, get a bit of warmth. So I'm just going to leave all that rubbish in there for, well, not rubbish, sleeping bags and mats, and go over to the wall. Make a the wall, make a brew. Right, that's nature's heating on for the day. Sun is out. Oh, please, Zoe, she can defrost now.
Yeah.
I was genuinely, I was debating taking my trousers off in the night. I was going to sleep in my long johns, but I thought, oh, I'll keep these on because it's very windy.
The bags are really warm, them snowbird Naturehike bags, aren't they?
Yeah.
I do like them.
I mean, I wanted to use my down jacket as a pillow, so I took that off when I settled down for the night. And I did you hear me unzip my sleeping bag during the night? I got too hot, so I had to hang my top half of my body out, and it felt freezing. I didn't realise how cold it was.
It was really cold.
I
did not do that, I can say.
I just thought, oh, it must have warmed up during the night because I was so hot. But when I, got my top half of my body out, it was Baltic. But yeah, I let myself cool down and loosened it all up to let a bit more airflow in. But they are surprisingly warm. Hot noodle for breakfast. There you go.
A cup of noodle now, 'cause it's in a cup.
What did you have for your breakfast?
I had cheese and cracker that was very broken because it got very squashed, and some dates.
So your breakfast is about as traditional as mine.
That's a good thing about camping. It's like no rules, is there? You can just whatever you like.
No rules?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have a bit more of a Baileys, I think. Oh, that sun's bright. It's nice. It's warming. I don't know what it is now, but it's not much above minus.
No. It was still 0.6 last time I looked.
Not much above zero, sorry.
It's minus 0.6.
Minus 0.6,
Yep.
so not even hit freezing yet.
It's just gone down to minus 0.5.
So it feels warm in the sun, but yeah, I knew it wasn't that warm. That's pretty cool. You can see the clouds spilling over the top, down into the valley. Do like stuff like that. Right, so breakfast is done. Sleeping bags and mats and everything's packed away. Tent's empty. Good thing about this tent is you can pick it up and move it and put it in the sun to dry it out. Yeah. Just pick it up, Zoe. Because it's freestanding, yeah, you can literally move it about. Very easy to move about. I mean, not as much room as the Apollos, granted, and we do favour that, especially when the weather's bad, but this one, has its own set of benefits like anything. One of them being you can pitch it and one person can easily move it about to either suit the ground conditions or...
Obviously the other thing is it's a bit smaller, so you can get it into more pitches.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is a bit easier to pitch like in tight spaces. So yeah, right, we're just gonna put this in the sun, try and dry it a little bit. Right, so all packed away now. Obviously left no trace whatsoever. So tent was down here, and then our kitchen area was over here. So all good. Right, I think we're gonna head up actually into the moors a little bit more before we come back down. Sort of do a bit of a circle, have a look, have an explore. Got my coat, waterproof coats on at the minute, so which are keeping us really warm. But I'm imagining I'm going to start sweating in about 30 seconds after.
Yeah.
After start walking.
You might do.
Right, bags on, and let's get trotting.
Yes.
So that's a better view of where we was last night. Massive long building it is.
Looks awesome with the cloud behind it.
It does, that's really, really nice, that is. So if you're out on these moors, just be careful because there's a lot of there is a lot of open mine shafts and things like
that big hole.
Yeah, we're just following a track and I've just yeah, I might go have a look, but don't walk over the top of them or get too near the edge because you might fall down a 200-foot shaft. Yeah, there is big holes everywhere. This looks like an old riverbed or something where they've flushed the hillside to get access to the minerals and lead and things. I think what they normally did is they built a dam at the top, let the water build up and then break the dam, and it'd flush down. It would take all the topsoil off and the loose rocks and leave all the exposed lead and stuff like that behind. But yeah, let's just have a quick look at this. Yeah, so I mean it looks like you could stand at the bottom, but I wouldn't, because it might be you know, have a big massive drop below that soil and rubble. You could test it, I suppose.
No.
Just don't. Yeah, there's a few of them along here. There is actually a tunnel at the end of this, whatever you call it, indentation. There's a mine tunnel right at the bottom, so I'm guessing that follows this vein of lead or whatever they were searching for.
Should sleep on this bit. It's so spongy. Look.
It is spongy.
I love this stuff.
Yeah.
I should find out what it's called. I don't know.
Some sort of moss.
Yeah, it's some kind of moss, obviously. Yeah.
What, you bum on it when it's dry as well?
Yeah.
Probably.
You can.
Right. So this could actually be a part of the dam up here, this stonework. I don't know. So we've seen some sort of stone structure up here we're going to have a look at. It's not a sheepfold, it is something to do with the mining. That wall's about 8 foot high, I think. We just saw some bunny rabbits, or a black one over there.
Ooh, that's weird, black bunny.
Yeah, there's one in there. There's another one that just went through the wall.
A brown one, normal one.
Yeah, it's got some rooms. And maybe it was some sort of building, not sure. If you look closely, you might be able to see the peat store where we were, right down the bottom there. It's absolutely gorgeous though, isn't it? Yorkshire Dales.
They're always pretty, aren't they, though, with all the stone ruins everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can see stuff dotted all over. This looks like there's a wall or something over there. Little buildings here, there and everywhere. More snow. Little bits dotted about. Might be sunny, but it's not melting very quickly.
No. Oh no, look, I've ruined it for someone else who might walk past.
Oh yeah. you know that snow phallic shape I did? Someone commented saying, oh yeah, you've ruined it because the next person will come along might take offence. Apparently it's as bad as leaving, what was it, plastic bottles and rubbish behind.
Yeah, it's really not, but
yeah,
because it melts and disappears.
Because making a shape in a bit of snow is as bad as leaving rubbish everywhere. Dickhead.
All I can say is, where's your sense of fun?
I feel sorry for that person's kids when they build a snowman.
Yeah.
In case it offends someone. Some sad people out there, there really is.
You just gotta have fun.
It's like someone who comments, oh, I don't like your video, and then they'll go and watch another one. I don't like that either. Well, don't watch it then.
I know.
Idiot. Christ. There's a lot to be said for natural selection. So we can hear a waterfall down there. Just gonna climb down here and have a look. So there's a pretty deep chasm, or is it chasm?
Chasm.
Chasm. Which one is it?
It's chasm.
Yeah, I thought it was chasm, and then I thought, what's chasm?
A made up word.
I'm good at them. Yeah, so we're just gonna see if we can have a look at this waterfall. Oh, that's nice down there, that pool.
Wow, that's deep.
That'd be quite cool if we could get down there in the summer. Very nice.
It's very dark down there though.
Well, I can bring a torch. That's one awesome view, that is, with the old gang smelting mill and the peat store and the clouds coming up the valley there. Can't beat it.
It's a nice thing about Yorkshire, isn't it? All the old ruins and walls and hills. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
It really is.
you're from Yorkshire, aren't you?
I am from
Talking of
Yorkshire.
old ruins.
Hey.
Yeah, I do like a bit of history. I'm not talking about you. Just all the old mines and stuff like that. I don't know what draws. I was talking about this last night. I don't know what draws us to these old buildings and places of archaeological interest and stuff like that. I suppose you kind of get I don't know, it's a bit of an atmosphere at night, isn't they?
Yeah.
I don't mean we've had an argument. It's just it's hard to explain. You probably know what I mean if you do it yourself, and it's probably not everyone gets that, but we certainly do. It was like that when we was on Hadrian's Wall as well, and,
Oh, yeah, that
and
was
sleeping
cool.
at that castle as well.
Yeah,
It's just
that was even cooler.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just something about it.
It's not the same when they're in an urban environment. I mean, they're cool, but they're
Hey.
so much better when nature takes over and it like just all blends into one.
Yeah, I think that's it, because they're in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere
and
in the nature, yeah.
It's yeah, I mean, just look at this for a view. It's absolutely phenomenal.
It's stunning, isn't it?
We're just walking down the valley looking at this, and it's something else. And then turn around, and we've got a nice old bridge there. Don't ask me how old it is. No idea. It's old.
You could walk right in there if you bent down. And going in. I'm in the tunnel.
Oh Christ, what's she doing now? What are you doing, you crazy woman? Let's stay there, let me get your photo. Bit of steamy action there, Zoe.
No, yeah. Like them hot springs.
Yeah. So we're at what looks to be some sort of buffet. Zoe just opened that and scared herself to death.
Because it's got glass, and then I just saw my reflection. I thought it was a person staring out at me.
I don't know, you can see in there, there's a gas heater, table and chairs, fireplace to the right, and a stuffed squirrel there.
It's pretty gross.
As you do. So I don't know if the other side's the same. No idea if you can stay in there or what the deal is.
No, it's all padlocked up though. It's only the window that opens.
I'm guessing some sort of shooting lodge,
Yeah.
maybe. It's a big shaft, isn't it, Zoe?
It's the details.
A very big shaft. Let's have a look inside. No good in there. So do you know what Zoe did earlier?
No, I did not.
That is massive.
That is a huge poo.
Put your foot near it, Zoe.
This is about as big as my foot. How do you get a poo that big out of your bum?
I don't know. Let's tell us. How do you get a poo?
I don't know. It's huge.
It's like a dinosaur poo.
Is it a big dog?
I
It's
don't,
not a sheep. It's definitely not a rabbit.
I don't know. We talk about all sorts of on this channel, don't we? Oh, it's massive.
Just putting your water back
Sorry.
in
So,
your Dayglow bottle.
do you know, I've been using that. Those who watch the channel will notice I've been using that bottle for years now. I like to, there's no point buying a new bottle each time. Just reuse that.
Recycle, reuse,
Yeah,
save the planet.
so I've done like hundreds of uses out of that bottle on days out and camps and stuff. I'll have to change it at some point, but I just don't see the point in throwing bottles away. So I just
No, the less the
it's
better.
a good strong bottle. Why send it to landfill?
Exactly.
So the bridge we came across on the way yesterday morning, we came down off the top of the moors and across the bridge. They've just told us that the bridge is closed and there's no access. So it's interesting, isn't it? I think we're going to have to
Cross a river and climb up a hill back onto the road over there.
yeah, so we've got a river crossing, a big stone wall with a fence, scramble up there and kind of make our way back over, but it's not good, is it? Can't get back to the car otherwise. But anyway, we're going to stop and have some dinner and chill out for a bit, because we don't have to be sort of back to the car while about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So we're going to just stop here. Looks nice. Been here before. This is Surrender Mill. So another just part of the mining industry from the 1700s, 1800s.
Nice. Sit in the sun.
Oh, it's really, really sunny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
I remember last time we camped up this way, we sat and had one of them chocolate caterpillars that Gareth,
Oh, with Gareth, yeah.
yeah, that he kindly bought for me, because you don't eat chocolate.
I know.
But yeah, and it's where all those campers got fined. Camped here during one of the lockdowns.
Muppets.
There's a picture of all the tents in front, and they all got slapped with fines and told to do one. So we've got a brew going on over there, and I've just done the rest of my pot noodle, and we're just trying to assess how. Thanks, Mr. Diggerman. Going to assess how we're going to get over that stone wall that's about 8 foot high with barbed wire at the top. Might have to give you a leg up, Zoe.
Yeah.
So I think the workmen have stopped for lunch, so we're going to try and
I'm gonna run over.
run over the bridge before they commence work on it again. So come on, Zoe, get shimmy on. Oh, glad that's open. Don't know why that bloke shouted and the workman told us it was no access over the bridge. Unless he meant it was temporary, I don't know. But safe climbing over that stone wall. Wow, that's pretty cool. Just come around the corner at the top of the moor, and there's like a sort of cloud inversion down there. So it's time to leave the beautiful Dales behind us. Yeah, great camp. Windy last night, cold, warm for the night, cracking today. Not much more to say than that.
No, I'm just glad the sun came out and we got both spectrums of weather, didn't we? Horrible and great.
Yeah, makes a change though that it was dry on a whole, because our last 2 camps, as you know, have
It's been really wet and windy.
been abysmal. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.
Hopefully, yes.
Yes.